Have you ever wondered if you're an empath? You might have some crazy things happening to your life and maybe you are not in a position to tell if you are an empath or not. It is important to know if you are a true or damaged empath. Well, read patiently as I teach you to discover if you are an empath and learn some techniques of how to manage this unique trait. Failure to manage this can affect you negatively since you can even pick negative energies from others. Empaths always find themselves in situations where they cannot explain how they feel. For example, an empath may just hate or love someone at first sight. This is someone you have never seen nor met before. Well, let's talk about what an empath is. To me, what I find, an empath is an individual who has a higher level of ability to be able to hear information, gather, assimilate, and understand people in a unique way. It's like they have some superpowers to enter into your other people's inner being. How to know you're an empath? Somebody who's very sensitive to their surroundings in the form of being able to not only listen with their ears but also to be able to feel conversation, read body language at a very, very deep level. Empaths will actually process what the person is doing to a very deep level and will ultimately understand that person more than a standard human being will understand. They are very sensitive to other things around them. When an empath is in a big house alone, then you enter without them seeing you. However much you creep, they will sense it. They will feel that there is someone's spirit in the same house and they can never be wrong about it. They don't need to see the creeper because they can feel them. Meaning, if somebody's got really intense energy or somebody's really upset, you not only feel that they're upset, but you feel it like times 100. When somebody's sad, you feel sadness times 100. Or maybe you are times 10. Whenever you are around an emotional situation, it registers inside of you at a very high extreme level. Like times 10 or times 100. If you're that sensitive or if people say to you, "Oh, you're overly sensitive," you just might have the qualities of being an empath. It's not that your sensitivity is something that's wrong with you but rather it's a form of communication. If you are in a room full of people, your sensitivity registers feel, gathers and collect information from all the people in the room. If you don't know you're an empath, you will feel like something is wrong with you all day long every day because you are so sensitive to everything. That is because sometimes you pick negative energies from bad people and you do not even know how to cleanse them, so they affect you. Oh, do I understand this? It's taken me years to figure out that I have empath type of qualities and I have thought that there is always something wrong with me. Why do I struggle to be in groups of people and social situations? Why do I struggle to be around somebody who is upset? I feel like I want to crawl under a rock because I feel their pain more than they do themselves. But these empath qualities though. How to manage empathy. Let's look at how these traits of being an empath can benefit you in your life, other people's lives and also how you can manage it. One of the next steps is, you're going to feel what they feel and you don't get to control that. This part can be actually a challenging factor to you as an empath. You can feel what other people are feeling and when you ask them what they're feeling, they don't tell you the truth yet you still feel their emotions are not right. Like you know how when you approach somebody and you can tell they're upset and you ask them, "Hey, how are you doing?" And they go, "Oh, I'm fine." You might think you're going crazy because it's like, you're feeling what they're feeling and you can feel that they're upset. It just told you that they're not upset. So, who's telling the truth? I can tell you where the truth is. You're very on. You're very correct with the sense of they're upset. Just so you know, most people lie about their feelings anyway. Their reply doesn't express exactly how they feel and deep down, you know there is negative energy around them and you can feel it. So, if you've ever found yourself upset, discouraged, frustrated and really super sad with no idea and no reason to even be in those emotions, you have sensed somebody else's emotions. An empath struggles with sorting out and finding the difference between their emotions and other people's emotions. If you've ever found yourself feeling very weighed down about life and you really don't have any reason, you could be picking up on people's emotions from the people who live around you. I struggled with this for many years, trying to figure out what is going on with me. But now that I understand what an empath is, I have practiced how to manage those external emotions and energies, thus I'm not going crazy inside my head as I used to. You know what I'm talking about unless you are not an empath. So, the part that we play as empaths is we're here to be able to help people understand how they feel and how they think, so as to help them understand the information that they're giving off. We can be really good guides for other people. Being a coach, a mentor, trainer, teacher, counselor or therapist. All these differences are positions that people play to be able to give guidance in society. Empaths usually find their way into one of those types of fields. Still, you may not be there due to financial reasons or something, but you will still find yourself helping others. They find that they can really help people in the direction they're going because that person doesn't understand the information they're giving off. We as empaths can. We can help them course correct, help them get their emotions with thoughts in order and get them on the right path. So, we literally play the part of being a guide. An empath doesn't need to read hands, palms or anything. They just know what's going on. Empaths listen to all the information being sent to them through all the channels of thought, emotion, body language, subconscious patterns, language tone, sentence structure, and sentence gaps. We also pick words that are deleted out of the paragraphs. We sense all that information, and with that information, we then can guide somebody on how to improve their lives. So, if you find yourself being really good at giving advice to people, and at the end of giving advice, you sit there and you go, "Well, I don't know where I got all that information." You gathered it from the person, and now you're able to assimilate it, put it in structure, put it in order, put it in steps and give it back to the person. That's what an empath has the ability to do. So you actually figuring this out right now and understanding this a little bit more, you might actually be able to be more intentional about how you help people. In case you are still looking to help society, you may want to look into the fields of coaches. Being a coach or being a mentor, a teacher, a trainer or a presenter. Those are good fields where you can use your talent to help people. Controlling empathy. However, you're going to have to learn how to manage this though, because to not manage this and do not know how to balance this, you could bring too much information into who you are and inside your mind and inside your body. You will feel confused, lost, irritated and agitated. You will feel like you never want to leave your house. Because there's so much information already inside you. You don't want to go out in the big world and have more information piling you because you don't feel like you would explode. So, here are some tips on how to manage and balance the incoming information. Claim you're an empath and understand the diversity described above. Be able to sort and admit that there's outside information that's coming into you. Know the difference between your feelings and the feeling you pick from other people. Be able to call, quarantine or package the information you are feeling, reading, understanding and collecting from the people around you. Separate them from yours. That information gets packaged and placed in your mind in a compartment.